Good evening. How are you, my dears? Today we are talking about equally likely outcomes. Now, what does that mean exactly? Let's take a look at the following example. Let's say I have a dice and I am throwing this dice. This dice is fair. Now, a dice has 6 possible outcomes. The only outcomes that can come out are the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, if I am asking you what is the probability that the number is 2, the outcome will be the number 2. You will say 2 is only one outcome, so it is 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a probability that it will be the number 2. Now, if I'm asking you what is the probability of getting the number 6, you will say 6 is only one outcome out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now these both probabilities are equally likely. How likely it is to get a 2? 1 out of 6. How likely it is to get a 6? 1 out of 6. How likely it is to get a 3? Also 1 out of 6. So these all are equally likely outcomes. What is the probability of getting a number that is less than 5? You will see how many numbers do I have that are less than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 4 out of 6. In the simplest form, this same probability equivalent to 2 out of 3 by dividing by 2, dividing the numerator and the denominator by 2. Now, for this method to work, for the dividing, all the outcomes must be equally likely. Now, let's take another example. Let's say I have the word properly. Those are the letters for the word probably. Now, if I am asking you to choose a card at random, what is the probability that this card will be an A? If I chose a card at random, what is the probability that the card will be the letter A? The probability of that happening is 1, because I only have one card of A out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the probability of that happening is 1 out of 7. Now, if I put the A back and I am asking you to take a card at random, what is the probability that it will be the letter B? That it will be the letter B. B, I have only 1, 2 B's. So the outcome of this happening is 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we write here, the probability of getting the letter B will be 2 out of 8. This is equivalent to 1 out of 4. Now, what is the probability of not getting a B? The probability of that happening will be all the other letters, all the other cards, not a B. So the probability of that happening will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The probability is 6 out of 8. In the simplest form, this is equivalent to 3 out of 4. Now take a look at these fractions. You could say that I can find the probability in another way. The probability of getting a B is 2 out of 8. So the probability of not getting a B is 1 minus 2 out of 8, like we took in the previous lesson or previous video. We said that the probability of an outcome not happening is 1 whole minus the outcome of it happening. So 1 minus 2 out of 8, because 2 out of 8 is the probability of getting a B. Not getting a B is 1 minus 2 out of 8, which will be 8 out of 8 minus 2 out of 8, which will be 6 out of 8, which is the ratio that we got when we counted all the cards. Or you can find it by using the equivalent fraction. 1 minus 1 out of 4. 1 is 4 out of 4 minus 1 out of 4, which will be 3 out of 4, which is the equivalent fraction for not getting a B. Now, you might notice that every time I'm saying you will pick a card at random, you will throw the dice randomly. At random means that all the cards have the same possibility of being chosen. Like we said in the dice, all the numbers on this dice, all these numbers have the same probability of coming out as an outcome. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you leave me down below any comments that you have on this video. Thank you.